everyone. Hope all of you are having a great time at home. Hope all of you are enjoying at home. Of course, you may be missing the school campus, your friends, your studies, your teachers here. We too are missing you with your friends. Anyway, hope that we will meet soon. So let us start with the second session of the living world. Hope the previous session is clear to you all. Before moving to the second session, let me ask you something. Have you gone through the NCERT text? Of course, you might have. I do believe that you might have gone through the NCERT text and the previous portions that which is being taught by me. Okay, so today let's discuss about the taxonomical category. So what do you mean by taxonomical category? So taxonomical category, that's nothing but identification, naming, characterizing and classifying. So once again I would like to repeat it. The taxonomic category means you have to categorize it, you have to classify it, you have to characterize it. What does it mean? Taxonomic category means identification, naming, characterization and classification. That's what the taxonomic category means. So as you see here in the screen, is the screen clear to you children? Yeah, hope it is clear. So as you see here in the screen, identification involves various steps in the taxonomic hierarchy. So the identification involves various steps in the taxonomical hierarchy. So each step represents a taxonomic category, that means a rank. Each step, you can see here, each step represents a taxonomic category. Suppose if I am a new person to a lab, it must make some sense, isn't it? If a lay person comes to the lab, how he or she will be able to identify whether it is which species it belongs to, which family. So arrangements, the categorizing, classifying, that's what taxonomic category is very important. Unless and until we identify that particular specimen with its species, with its family, with its order, we will not be able to go further. So taxonomic hierarchy means, taxonomic category means, as I have told you, it's nothing great, so simple. It's just identification, it's just naming, classification, characterizing. Okay, hope that's clear to you. As I have told you yesterday in the first session, the word taxonomy is derived from a Greek word. Taxon means arrangement, nomos means method. Taxon means arrangements, or we can call it as division. Nomos means method. So taxonomy means, we can say that, how can we define taxonomy? It's a branch of biology that refers to the process of classifying different living species. So classifying different living species. So a taxon can be referred to a group of organisms classified as unit. We can classify it as a unit. If someone asks the definition of the taxonomic hierarchy, how can you say that? We can define taxonomic hierarchy as, it's a process of arranging various organisms into successive levels of biological classification, either in decreasing order or in increasing order. Okay, so we can say that process of arranging various organisms into successive levels of biological classification, either in the increasing level or in the decreasing level. So each of this level we can term it as taxonomic category or rank. So in the previous screen you have seen the image, how it has been arranged upside down. The lowest one is the kingdom we have arranged here. So the kingdom is the highest of all and species is the lowest of all. So before that, you just watch this screen so that you will be able to clearly see the screen. That's what I am moving from the screen. So the first point is that classification involves hierarchy of steps in which step represents a taxonomic category, a rank. then all categories together constitute a taxonomic hierarchy. Not only one unit, but all together. Whether it is species, whether it is family, whether it is order, whether it is kingdom. Okay. So each category represents a unit of classification. That means it's not random. Okay. A group of organisms occupying a particular category is called a taxon or taxa. Taxon we call it as plural form and the taxa is the singular form. For example, Plasmodilia is given as the example here. As you can see here in the image, it is arranged upside down. So the species comes first, genus comes second, family, then the order, then the class, then the phylum, then the kingdom. So the kingdom is the highest of all and the species is the lowest of all. So let's start with the species here. So you can see here the taxonomic categories, the first one, the taxonomic hierarchy, the first one is of species. So it is a group of closely related organisms capable of interbreeding to produce fertile offspring. So is it clear? So capable of interbreeding to produce the fertile offspring. So that means of similar species. Here do we focus on the similar species. Is it clear? So we go with the taxonomic hierarchy with the lowest one, that is of species here. So interbreeding among themselves and producing the fertile offsprings. Here we are focusing on the similar types of species. Examples we can give as Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens are the examples here. Next to it we have genus here. So here genus, it is the aggregates of closely related species. It is the aggregates of closely related species. So here that means the initial name will be of same. Genus Panthera. Lion is of Panthera leo. Is the image clear to you? Panthera leo, Panthera pardus. Equal to scientific name of the leopard is Panthera pardus. Tiger, the scientific name is Panthera tigris. Panthera tigris. Lion, Panthera leo. Leopard, Panthera pardus, and tiger, Panthera tigris. So for these, as I have told you, aggregates of closely related species, the initial name will be of same. Initial name will be of same. That means genus name is of same and species will be different. Is it clear? So aggregates of closely related species. Next taxonomic category we have here family. What's a family? It's a group of related genera. It's a group of related genera. That means family will be of same. How can we say that family will be same? How can we say that family will be same? So here you can see some of the diagram. Datura that belongs to Solanaceae family. Solanum, Petunia, all these families all these flowers belongs to family Solanaceae. And you can see here lion, you can see here cat. So how can we, what are the similarities? Okay, this Datura will be having of say whorls, okay, the petals, the twistings, the petals will be of same, the leaves will be of same, different types of venations will be there, the venations will be of same. So some similarities between the families. And here also we can say that lion and the cat you can see here. So the similarities, it may be having long tail, it may be having soft fur over their body, and it may be having ears, it may be having nose, it may be having the similarities of the features, okay, that which they share with each other. They can see in the night time, we can say find out some of the similarities which they share together. So closely related genera. Family will be of same, closely related genera. As I have told you, some similarities like soft fur, the night time they can see, or they are carnivores. In this way, some similarities we can find out. That's what closely related genera. Is it clear? So the next taxonomic category we have here is order. The next taxonomic category we have here is order. So we can say, how can we define the order? It is the assemblage of related families. Assemblage of related families. How do it relate? Family will be of different, like family Felidae, family Canidae. Family will be different, but order will be of same. As I have told you, these animals belong to family Felidae, family Canidae. Family will be different, but the order will be of same. Which order they belongs to? Carnivores, isn't it? So slowly we can see it is being converged from top to the bottom. It is being converged from top to the bottom. So what is families? It is assemblage of related. What is order? It is assemblage of related families. Hope it is clear to you. We will move to the next taxonomic category. Next taxonomic category we have here is class. So it is the assemblage of related orders. It is the assemblage of related orders. So class, we can see here Dicotyledons, order Polemoniales. Okay, then order Serpentes. Then we can see here class Mammalia, order Primata, and order Carnivora. We can say assemblage of related orders. Next, we will move to next category is phylum or division. So it is the assemblage of related classes. Okay, in cases of plants we call it related to classes. In cases of animal it is of phylum. In cases of plants we can term it as division. In case of plants we can term it as phylum. Division. Okay, in case of animals it is phylum. Division is of plants. Clear? So it's the assemblage of related classes. Clear? So here nothing great to discuss. Simple. Divide the plants. We can find in the form of division, and we can categorize animal in the phylum. Is it clear? So we can see here the division: Angiospermae, class Dicotyledons, class Monocotyledons, phylum Chordata, class Annelida, class Aves, and class Mammalia, class Amphibia is also here. So it's nothing great to discuss here. It's very simple. Next, and the highest one is of kingdom. You can see here kingdom, the assemblage of related phyla or division. It is the highest category from the upside lower. As we have seen the pyramidal structure of taxonomic category, from there you can see that kingdom is the lowest one we have arranged, but it is the highest one among the taxonomic category, and species is the lowest one. We have arranged it in the upside down order. Okay, so the assemblage of related phyla or division. So the kingdom is the highest of all. So here you can see here division Angiospermae, division Gymnospermae. Here you can see kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata, phylum Arthropoda. So this is the highest among all. Now here usually a question arises in your mind. How can we remember? How can we recall all these? So from the highest to the lowest, lowest to the highest, related to the species, aggregation, all these things confuses you a lot. So here I will give you a short trick how to learn it. So how much it will be useful for you, I do not know anyway. If you learn this short trick, of course I am sure, I do believe that you will never forget this taxonomic category. So here is a shortcut for you. I am just moving from the screen so that the screen will be clear to you all. KPC of GS. If you remember it this way, KPC of GS, it will be very easy for you. So what is K? K stands for kingdom, P stands for phylum, C stands for class, and O stands for order, F stands for family, G stands for genus, and S stands for species. Hope it is easier for you. Hope you may find easier for you this one, KPC of GS. So that's the short form to remember, to recall this pyramidal structure or the taxonomic category. So it will be very easy. You will never forget KPC of GS. What is K? K stands for kingdom, P stands for phylum, C stands for class, O stands for order, F stands for family, G stands for genus, and S stands for species. So from the upside down or from the downside up. Okay, you can learn in this way. So here we are in the end of the second session. So hope everything is clear to you. So today what we have discussed, once again I will be recalling you recalling the points that which we have learnt. We have learnt what is taxonomic hierarchy, what is the meaning of taxonomy, from which Greek word it has come, and what is the meaning of the taxonomy we have learnt, and also we have learnt the taxonomic hierarchy from species, from the higher side species to the kingdom, from kingdom to species. As I have told you, the kingdom is the highest one and species is the lowest one. So we have learned what is species, how the interbreeding among themselves. So similarity of the species. Okay, they are able to produce their offspring. Then we have come across genus. I told the initial name will be of same Panthera, Pardus, Panthera, Leo, Panthera, Tigris. I have given some of the examples. Then I have told about the family. Though the families are different, they belong to one order, isn't it? Then class we have learned, phylum we have learned. I told that phylum is for animals and division is for plants. Then we have learned kingdom, the highest of the category of all. So hope it is clear to you. So here we are in the end of the second session. Thank you so much, student. Happy learning. Take care. Thank you.